So we're back again with another pickups video. I figured might do these once every 6 months or so. We add stuff to our collections all the time, but it is kind of fun to kind of pick through some of our favorites and talk about it. So let's get right to it.
Yay!
So to start off, we recently got back from the Southern Fried Gamer Expo in Atlanta, Georgia. Had a great time. It was our second year there. Got to play some great games. Got to see some wrestling. Wrestling. Got to see some music, which I did. I want to talk about Bit Brigade real quick.
Yeah, that was really so cool. Interesting.
Yeah, so if you don't know who they are, look them up. They're really cool. They it's basically a band that plays video game music, but their frontman, so to speak, speed runs a video game while they provide the music for the game. Mm-hmm. And it was actually really, really cool. I was upset because somebody on Facebook had shared the event with me that they were going to be here Friday, or in Nashville Friday, and I was like, damn, we're going to be in Atlanta. It's like, I'd really like to go see that. And then I just happened to be looking through the brochure for the event, and I was like, oh my god, they're going to be here Saturday. So I was pretty excited. So, but anyway, we picked up some cool stuff, so we're going to start with that. I guess I'll get my artwork out of the way, so you can't see all of it, but behind me, I did pick up some more stuff from our good buddy, Rusty Shackles. Mm-hmm. So I got the Blue Bomber Mega Man. Above that, which I'll get a better shot, is my Silent Hill 2 that I've been waiting for
ever. We've been bugging him for 2 years. Yeah. First
time we saw him, he had some Resident Evil, and we asked if he had any Silent Hill, and he said he was working on one. So every year we saw him, we kept bugging him. So he finally got it. I was excited.
Well, the funny part is the past 3 events, just walking up to him, he's like, I'm working on it, I'm working on it.
Well, when we were
didn't even say anything.
Yeah, because he goes to all the events that we go to. And I think it was Louisville. He showed us a sketch, which was actually different than that one. But I was pretty happy either way. So.
It's pretty cool.
I also got another Punch-Out. He has 2 different Punch-Out ones. I just don't have this one framed at the moment. But yeah, I gotta have Punch-Out.
Yeah.
So
he's addicted. Every weekend he wants to play Punch-Out.
Oh, yeah. All the time. So yeah, what else? What all did you get?
So I picked up a few things. One of the things is my little Pennywise. Look how cute he's holding the boat. So I really like this. It was a choice between this one and when he was in the thing and had the big arms, but I picked this one because he's so cute. So that was nice and fun. I'm just gonna set this over here. And then I also got this little guy, little Godzilla. He's so cute.
So I picked up a bunch of games, quite a few. Some are interesting, but we'll get a few of them out of the way. So we had this idea a while ago to do to talk about some movies, and then talk about the games based on those movies and whether or not they're good, or do they even relate to the movie at all. So I did pick up a few of those for that, and the first was Page Master.
Yay!
I love this movie. Not going to talk too much about the game until we do that.
Yeah.
I had to pick up Ghostbusters 2 for the NES. Not that this is a good game at all, but when I was a kid, my grandmother only had 10 Nintendo games, and that's what I always played when I went over to her house, hence my love for Punch-Out, because that was one of them. And I remember this game just pissed me off so much as a kid. But of course I saw it, and I was like, I gotta have that.
Yeah.
And to go with your Godzilla, you got Godzilla.
Yay!
For the NES as well. I don't think this is based on any particular movie. We played a little bit of this. It's I don't know, it's not the greatest game, but I thought
it's a little weird.
Yeah. I thought graphically it looked really good though.
Yeah, I agree.
I've got a couple more here. Mm-hmm. Hook is another one I do want to talk about. I actually do kind of like this movie, but I understand why some people don't.
No Robin Williams?
A lot of people don't like that movie.
What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Very mixed opinions. Rolling Thunder.
Seriously? Freaking awesome superhero name.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Yeah. I got, on the games, I have...
Yeah, he's very sensitive.
George! He's a stretch George. I could pull him and stretch him, but I haven't opened him. I really want to, but I'm not gonna, because I'm trying to be a collector.
Yeah.
They had the other two there, but I had to pick, because I don't want to come home with too much stuff. I also got the Jazz Time little music box. It's from the 70s. He's a little worn, but the artwork is just beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, like that was what drew me into this. And it's got a little drawer down here. And
She bought this from a guy dressed as Kratos.
I did,
God,
yes.
He was like, I kind of like this old stuff. I'm like, okay, weird. He's a pretty convincing Kratos.
Right? Yeah, he's pretty good. And then, of course, I got some mystery boxes. So I did get, I got a Marvel mystery box that came with a bunch of stuff, but some of it's at my desk at work. So I got this little pop figure from Doctor Strange came in there. Beep, beep. And then I also got a Ninja Turtles one. And it's got, it came with a cup that is super weird, but I like it. I also got this little Orbeez, and I got this little Orbeez, and I got this little Orbeez. And then it came with like some candy and stuff. I will say, if you can't really find something specifically that you want, or like if you have a kid that, you know, wants everything, get in these mystery boxes. These have turned out to be some of my favorite things.
They're just kind of fun.
Yeah, they're super fun to open.
Yeah, you never know what you might get.
Yeah.
I too, did you have more?
Nope.
No, I too picked up a couple of mystery boxes. I didn't get as much interesting things, I don't think, but I thought this was kind of cool. This little Mario mug comes with stickers. You can make like your own
Scene.
level. Obviously, probably not going to use it. Some Super Mario Odyssey stickers that she's already taken.
Yeah, I
Quite a few
thought it
of
was nice stuff.
I
I decorated a box.
So that was pretty cool. Then more Mario. Mario notebook.
Apparently gamer means Mario.
Yeah, pretty much. It's got like kind of all the enemies and stuff, but just a notebook, which I gave to her.
Thank you.
And this little Princess Zelda from I think this is, what is this? Skyward Sword, I think. Yeah, pretty sure it's Skyward Sword. Didn't play that one too much.
How dare you?
Yeah, long story. I also got some Pac-Man decals for your laptop or phone, which is pretty cool. She ended up putting this on the old MacBook I gave her, and then I kind of put some sporadically throughout my room.
Yeah.
So some are kind of hidden in my games. So surprise if you take out a game, there might be a ghost. So other than that, I did get a couple of other games. Double Dragon 3, just saw it, didn't have it, thought I should have it. So
Yeah.
And these other two are kind of the coolest items I think I picked up. For one, I didn't do this on purpose, it just kind of accidentally happened, but not only did I get Ghostbusters 2, I got new Ghostbusters 2. So this is a reproduction of a PAL game, I believe, released in Europe. So obviously our Ghostbusters 2 wasn't the greatest game. Other countries got a better game. I haven't played too much of this. I know we played a little bit of it, but it is pretty cool. But I mean, just that alone.
Yeah, it's
Is awesome.
a very awesome cartridge.
Yeah,
I
I've seen
think it's great.
I've seen different variations of this, but usually there is like slime and stuff like that on it. But I really did like this one. And another hack, Castlevania Blood Moon. I actually thought this was cool because it came in a case. So red cartridge. The game is, well, Castlevania. It's rather difficult. My only complaint is when we played it, it's a weird whip mechanic. When you use the whip and you like move forward,
Yeah.
I can't, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but that was
But
my
isn't that
biggest
supposed
complaint.
to be a blend of two things? When it Castlevania was something else?
The guy that I bought it from said it was kind of like a mix of Castlevania 1 and 3.
Oh, okay, that's why.
Really no, it looks like a whole new game in my opinion from what I played, so. But still pretty cool. And that was Louisville. But not Louisville, that was Southern Fried in Atlanta. We also went to Louisville, Kentucky, what was it, March or April, something like that. And we picked up some stuff there. You want to do your artwork?
Yeah. Alright, so I got these two small guys. I think it's super cute. It's like, can I use your phone booth? Little Doctor Who and Deadpool blend. And then this one was my favorite. And I had to buy him instantly, but it was the saddest little thing because he's holding his little broken heart.
I didn't notice that.
It's so sad. Yeah, he had no idea. And then I got, this was something that actually came in a mystery box. So this was pretty freaking awesome. And it was his favorite movie as a kid. And so I was really happy when I got this because I actually have another poster.
Wasn't it the one that it looks like someone signed over someone else's name? Wasn't there one that looked like that?
There?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's...
Because it says 16 and then underneath said 14. So.
Suspicious.
Yes. I think not. And then this one was also one that I had to get instantly because I really liked it. But it's slightly creepy if you come and you're a visitor because this is in our guest bedroom. So I really like it. It's super weird and grotesque and fun because the mice are holding up Cinderella because, you know, she's missing a leg. It's great. Get it? Because she missed a shoe.
It's The Walking Dead. Disney.
It is. I love it. All right. And then you got...
So I bought a bunch of Famicom games because they were cheap. And we did a video kind of playing through some of them. Most of them aren't that interesting, but the ones I thought were kind of cool are the games I did pick up. Halo 2600. This is a Atari 2600 hack they tried to make Halo. It's pretty cool. I haven't played too much of it. The one I really do enjoy, though, is Wall Jump Ninja. This game is so freaking addicting.
Yeah, I've played it too, and it's real fun. Yeah,
it's difficult, but it just reminds me of like the 90s Flash games I used to play when I was a kid. So much fun. But the cool thing that we picked up was something that I haven't really had an interest in adding to my collection, but the price that they offered it, I kind of couldn't resist. Whether or not it worked, it would still be a cool display item. And that is the Commodore 64.
It's really neato.
Yes. What kind of chip you got in there?
Dorito.
Yeah. So, as you see, the box is pretty water damaged. And basically, I think I saw this, and I don't know. At first, I wasn't really interested. But they had, probably the coolest room there was like this old classic computer room. They had like the Commodore 64, the old Apple II.
Yeah,
God, what else? I mean, things I'd never even seen or heard of.
Yeah, they had a lot of, like, even like the little teeny tiny televisions and stuff.
Yeah. That
you could like play little scroll games on. It was real fun.
Yeah, it was really cool. And I think somebody had a working one there for like $150, but I didn't have a Commodore as a kid. I didn't really know anybody who did. But when she saw that, she picked it up and asked the woman how much it was, and I was like, okay, for that price, if it doesn't work, it'll be a cool display item. It doesn't work. They told me about getting like a Raspberry Pi, and I can make a Commodore 64 emulator out of it. And I might do that. I don't know. But for now...
They also give them tips on how to possibly repair it.
Yeah.
So, you know, just saying.
I looked at it. The board looks great. Anyway, it is what it is. Still pretty cool. I'm glad I picked it up. So
yeah.
Was that all of Louisville? Cool. So now, let's move on to random other crap that we picked up.
Mostly yard sales.
And forgive the weird noises in the background, because that would be my cat enjoying our new lovely laminate flooring.
So I'm going to start because when I saw this, I was like kind of really excited about it. To add to my Toy Story collection, I now have Toy Story Barbie. Tour Cruise Barbie.
Tour guide.
Tour guide. What did I say?
Tour cruise.
Cruise? Tour guide Barbie. I don't know why I said cruise. Anyway, so I was really excited about this. She's really cute, and she's just at this little display. The box is a little damaged, so technically I could just open her up anytime, but...
Yeah, they cut it.
Yeah,
opening it.
I think when they maybe opened up the big case of them, they sliced it open, and so whoever bought it just happened to get that one. But I really like it. She's cute, and she's a good addition because, you know, I have pretty much all of them now.
For me, I added, we'll just go through these real quick, some must-have NES games I didn't have in my collection yet. First being Super C. We played this last night. Got further than I expected. Well, she did. Now y'all know it's difficult.
Sure.
Battletoads. Speaking of difficult, I cannot get past the freaking, like, second stage of this game. I haven't devoted a whole lot of time to it, but... and I finally got the Castlevania trilogy, which you kind of can't really see, but hey, it's there. For a really good price, actually. I was pretty happy about this. And, yeah. I feel like I finally have... Well, I'm going to get to more, but I feel like I finally have all the must-have NES games in my collection, finally.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a great collection.
It's coming along.
So, speaking of collections, in my movie collection, we went to a yard sale and got all of the Rockies except for 2. So I don't have Creed, and I don't have, there's one more that I don't have. But I was super excited when I saw these, and I just had to have them. I didn't care how much they were. Well, let's be real. It's Rocky, and this is like a gold mine to me.
Yes. More movies you don't need.
More movies I do need.
So I finally got Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Yes, and hopefully you guys saw us play it. It was fun.
And we did do a live stream of it, had a lot of fun. That was the first time you played it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I played it a lot as a kid. It's difficult, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's not as fun by yourself.
Yeah.
It's like an essential 2-player game, in my opinion. But another one we live streamed last night was Sunset Riders on the Super Nintendo. Mm-hmm. So it took me some time to convince her to let me buy this because I have it on the Genesis, and I kept trying to explain it's a completely different game.
Mm-hmm. So also, James got me this guy. He's so cute. He's the old classic Batman in the Batmobile. I just absolutely loved it when he brought it home for me, and it's things like this that make me happy. So remember that.
Yeah, she's not hard to shop for.
Really not.
So, again, essential games for the NES. I did not have any Mega Man games, but now I do. So I did pick up Mega Man 2 at Louisville when I was there, and long story short, I tried these as a kid. I sucked so bad at Mega Man. They were just too difficult, and I just wasn't into really difficult games, with the exception of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! But I think it's because I owned that game. I had to borrow Mega Man, and even Castlevania was kind of too difficult, but I didn't actually have those. So, I don't know, and even into my adulthood, I would go back like, oh, play some Mega Man. I'm like, why do I suck so bad at these games? And I didn't realize that the secret was you have to figure out the boss weaknesses and all that kind of stuff. So once I finally did, I started, getting really good at Mega Man 2, and I fell in love with it, and I beat it. So, and I think this is the best Mega Man game to start with, in my opinion, because it is kind of the easiest. But because of that, I had to get them all. So I did.
Well, is that really all?
Well, for the NES. For the NES, I got them all. Yes, there's far more than this. But, and yeah, I've been working on 3, almost beat 3, started working on 4. Yeah, they're not easy, but they're satisfying though, when you finally do get to a point where you get good. I don't know, they're fun though. So newfound love for Mega Man after years of frustration and not being able to play as a kid. So
right. So I also got my Megazord.
Oh yeah.
So he is missing a couple pieces. He's missing a piece of his tail, his shield, and his sword. But honestly, I looked it up. I can buy all those parts on eBay, so I'm not really that worried about it. He is just the awesomest collection to my Power Ranger collection because I have a big one. So
yeah, sadly, this is how long we've been together. I sold this at a yard sale when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was 16 at the time, I think.
Kid.
I was a kid. But I remember cleaning out my closet. I was like, well, I'll sell all these toys I had when I was a kid. And I remember I ended up playing with like a bunch of them while I was cleaning out my closet, and that was one of them.
And the whole time he's pulling them out, I'm going, are you sure that you want to get rid of these? You might want them for later. And he's like, I'm never going to want these again. Here we go buying them. Here we go buying them.
It is what it is.